What's going on, guys? Unfortunately, this isn't going to be an instructional video, modification video like my other videos. This is going to be more along the lines of, hey, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is, well, first of all, the good news. Good news is I got a new motorcycle that is it's just a beauty to look at. I love the internal design of the engine and the mechanics that went into that, as well as just the aesthetics of it. It's just an artistic masterpiece. It's a Ducati. I'm going to walk through more of the specifics of what type later on. It's just a beautiful motorcycle. But I started looking into getting another motorcycle because mine was stolen again. If you remember, about a year ago, my motorcycle was stolen from a couple miles from this area, from where I live. Well, it was stolen again from here, from this exact place where it's parked. This time, me and a Marine buddy of mine had to do a little bit of tracking. It helped out. I put it on, there's a there's a Facebook page called Stolen Stuff Hawaii, where you can put up things that are stolen. Cars, motorcycles, people break into your house and you have video, surveillance, whatever. You can put that up, and the community will help try to locate the people or find your things. Had a few good solid leads on this, on finding it, and so me and a Marine buddy of mine were tracking, trying to find it, trying to get it back. And I don't know if we ended up spooking some people, but they ended up soaking it in salt water, pretty much giving it a saltwater bath for about 3 days. So the motorcycle was over here in the water right back there. Me and the police dragged it out, and some of the parts were over here. And that doesn't work very well on engine parts or anything mechanical or electrical. There's not much that has to be said about that. But salt water got in the engine, in the calipers, in the gas tank, the radiator, completely destroying those. Wire harness and all of that stuff sat, and now it's going to be corroding quicker. There's so many parts on here that I'm noticing that weren't rusted before that are rusted now. It's not in any usable shape. I can't sell any of the parts that are on it. So the only usable parts really that I can tell that are on it, there's the exhaust, the frame, front forks, rear shock, and then a couple brackets here and there. But the front wheel's got a dent in it. I could probably sell that or reuse that. The tire is good. It's a dual composition tire, just like my rear one, which was kind of expensive, and I don't like that was stolen. But the insurance company compensated me for all that, so I don't have to. It's not that much of a loss. The more loss that I feel like I'm taking is I put so much work into this and keeping it in the shape that it is in. And I have videos to show that. Rebuilding the starter, overhauling the carburetors, taking off the gas tank and the airbox, getting to all of that. That was time and effort that was put into this that I did, that I don't feel like I could, they can't really pay me back for that. Plus, I just really I looked for this specific motorcycle for a long time, because it's one of the last carbureted 600s that was made, and it is, from what my repair background, it is the most reliable that I've seen of the last carbureted 600s. So 2002 Yamaha R6. The only other one that I've even considered was a 2000 Suzuki Gixxer 600. And anyway, managed to get it with all the maintenance records that had ever been done on it, and a little logbook that came with it that I'm going to hold on to. I'm thinking the person that stole this, they stole it because they needed nice headlights, nice gauges, another rear wheel, and some seats, because those are things that are commonly worn out. Insurance company said when they sent the insurance guy by, having salt water in an engine will completely total it from their point of view. But also, just looking at the condition and the parts missing, that totals it alone. So it's pretty much doubly totaled, right? But onto the new bike that I mentioned. Now, I did mention that I picked up a Ducati. Now, the Ducati that I picked up is a 2013 Street Fighter 848. I have loved the 848s since they came out, and I've been a huge fan of Ducatis for just the longest time. I love the Desmodromic valve train, and if you want to look up just some animations of that, It's just an absolutely beautiful thing. If you're into mechanics and, you know, the mechanical engineering and all of that, it has to be adjusted every few thousand miles, and they just call that desmo maintenance, for desmodromic maintenance, short for that. But it's just incredibly efficient as far as power goes. But 2013, amazingly well kept. I mean, there's only like, I think, one scuff that I've found on this. It's just in great shape, no scratches. It's in really good shape. The guy changed out the mirrors. He put these small ones on, which I can't see a lot out of. I'm trying to get used to. I love the way they look on the bike, but I might end up pulling them off and putting the factory ones back on, because he gave me those. And then these covers, they're not factory. They're anodized aluminum. But everything else, it's got a chipped key. As you can see, the little light that's flashing there, just meaning that I just turned it off and it's sitting. So that tends to drain the battery, but it's not a big deal. I don't mind having the chipped key with that passive alarm. Looking up active alarms right now, trying to figure out a GPS tracking method. But anyway, yeah, just in incredible shape. And just looking at it, it is a work of art, because Ducati does an amazing job designing their motorcycles, and then just looking at this one, it's just another one of their masterpieces. I feel like it belongs on a showroom floor. And then just kind of walking around it just a little bit, it's just, yeah, it really is just beautifully designed. Anyway, it is just a thing. I'm not a person that really gets attached to things very easily. I plan on keeping this one for a long time, and needless to say, there will be no more R6 videos because, well, insurance company's coming to pick it up tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, so it is not going to be sitting there anymore. I'm going to cover it back up so that it's not going to be an eyesore for my landlord. I don't like that they have to look at it, and it's just the way it is. It's better off if it's covered up. So so that's going to be covered up until it's towed away. Insurance company said they are most likely going to total it, because vehicles like this, whenever they have this much damage to them, they have to put them in the auction for 60 days. But when people don't end up buying them, they just take it to a scrap yard and crush it. At low tide, I found it halfway covered in the water, so high tide is going to be fully covered. Yeah, I actually dragged it out of the water with my FJ Cruiser, which was kind of fun, but at the same time it was kind of, yeah, but that goes without saying, I guess, too. Anyway, if you want to follow on to newer videos that I make on this, I'm sure I will have videos that are made on the Ducati. So replacing the exhaust, and if I do that, I'm thinking about undertail exhaust, because the full fairing Evo has undertail exhaust. This has on the side, because it has a single-sided swing arm, which is, I've always thought was really cool, right? So there's only one side of the swing arm, which makes it easy for exhaust to come up and go under the tail. But anyway, yeah, this is just really, I'm really happy that I found this, that I bought this, and at the same time I am really sad that this happened to something that I put so much work and effort, time into. And I'm not a vengeful, bitter type person. I feel bad more for the guy that he feels like he has to resort to this type of thing because he doesn't really have much in life to look forward to. So he lives day to day, stealing things, not really worrying about getting caught, if he's going to get caught tomorrow or the day after, because what does he really have to live for? That's what kind of makes me more sad, is thinking about how a person can live like that. So anyway, if you are a Christian like me, please keep that guy in your prayers, along with other people like him. So thanks a lot for watching all the R6 videos so far. Again, there won't be any more to come. Instead, there will be videos on this red and black thing. Thanks a lot. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching, though. God bless you guys.